Hello everyone, this is Zombie Kids Rule, and I'm just doing a quick video here, if I can get there we go. Just doing a quick video here for a developer who has made a demo on Steam, and the demo is available for download right now. The game hasn't been released yet. I think you can wishlist it now. Its name is Grove, Nostalgia's End. And I had made an offer on RPGMAKERWEB blog that I'd be willing to test RPG Maker games or pretty much any games on the OneXPlayer Mini AMD, just to see if the games would work properly on the handheld. And this developer had said, that they were interested, so I decided I'd do a quick video. I've actually had to make this video a couple times. I have a hard time finding a quiet place and having the sound be right. I don't have any fancy equipment. I'm just using what I got. So if you hear some dogs in the background, I'm actually outside right now trying to get a quiet space out of my house. So anyway, here it is. It is the demo for Grove, Nostalgia's End, and it is a RPG. It's not the typical type of RPG that I would normally play. Normally, I go for fantasy RPGs. But it is more of a kind of like a retro punk, I guess. You could read the store page and see the description. I'm about 2 hours into the demo. It took me about an hour to get to the part where I got into my first real combat stuff. It is for my taste, it's a little slow starting. There's a lot of cutscenes. There's a lot of kind of watching things unfold as it moves the story along. I'm not. I don't have a lot of experience with RPG Maker games. Those aren't the bulk of my gaming experience. So I don't, I'm not necessarily used to that. So there are quite a bit of cutscenes in the beginning, but I'm enjoying it. I think the music is nice. The graphics, the visuals are nice. They're not standard RPG Maker stuff. I haven't run into any bugs at all, and it works perfectly fine on the OneXPlayer. I didn't have to do anything special. I just launched it, and the controls, the OneXPlayer is recognized as an Xbox controller, Xbox 360, works perfectly fine. So I'll just show you a little bit of it here. The opening graphic is pretty cool. I turned the sound down because I was having some problem with the volume and being able to hear what I'm saying, but it's pretty cool, So the music is different throughout, but anyway, I'll just continue here. And like I said, I've had about 2 hours to mess around. Took about an hour to get to where the combat is for the first part for the demo. I managed to get through the first area, and now I can go to the second area. These monsters in this sewer definitely respawn, but I'll just show you the kind of combat. Normally, yeah, here he comes. He's coming after me now. But they definitely respawn pretty quickly in this area. I think turn the sound up a tiny bit. I think the Steam page says that you don't have to grind if you don't want to, and that's probably true. But I will say that if you wanted to in this sewer area, it definitely has. These enemies respawn pretty fast in the sewer area. So if you like grinding, I kind of do. So it's there's definitely an opportunity there. And the combat is pretty standard, pretty typical. You have skills, you have basic attacks that you go through. And I'll just find another. Here we go. Here's another one. This way. And I turned the sound down a little bit. But, for instance, instead of doing the basic attack, I can use skills. This is pretty interesting. The first time I used Furious Strikes, I didn't realize that... why can't I use that? That's interesting. Let's use that one instead. All right, and then let's see what Eddie's got. Eddie's got a few different ones that he can use, but basically, you learn skills. You learn skills as you progress. Try to see if I can do this one again. For some reason, that is not working. Maybe it's going off of TP. I didn't think it did. I thought it went off of MD, but maybe it does. Let's find out. Yeah, apologize, folks. My throat is a little rough. It's coming down with some sort of summer cold, and I teach, so I end up talking a lot. My throat's a little rough. Let's see. Okay, let's see if maybe we can do it now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's based on TP. And the first time I did that, I didn't realize that to time that strike. So I was just sitting there not doing any damage, and I couldn't figure out why. So anyway, that's the combat. It's pretty basic. I haven't got very far into it, so you can dash. Let's see. I've opened up all the treasure stuff in this area, and what I noticed is that I've done this area and I've left and come back, and the monsters are not respawning like they were before. So when I was first in the sewers before I completed it, the monsters would respawn pretty fast. Now it looks like when I went back there, it doesn't look like they're respawning like they were before. But I do want to show you two other things. Like I said, I've tried to make this video several times, and I've had to delete it each time. But I did want to show you two interesting features. One, just kind of curiosities that I noticed. Again, the moral of this story here is that this game works perfectly fine on the OneXPlayer. But one of the things, there's cars that come zooming by, and so it got me curious and said, what happens if you get in front of one of the cars? And let's see if I can get one. Come on, cars. Where are you? And there we go. So the cars don't kill you, they don't knock you out of the way, they don't do damage to you. You just got to sit there, and they just kind of move as you move, and then if you get out of the way, they take off. So I thought that was kind of funny when it happened the first time. My curiosity obviously was that I had to try that. The other thing I wanted to show you was something I discovered in the very first room. So when the demo starts, you start in Alex's room. You start with one player, and then you pick up a guy named Eddie. But when you start in this room, and when I was exploring, checking things around, checking just different things that they say different things, like, hey, I really need to buy some new socks, or you go over here to the computer and it says something about needing to clean up. It's my computer, I should really clean up my desktop. So there's little things like that. But when I went over to the TV, turns out that there's a mini game called Cosmic Annihilator that you can play right off the bat in the first room, and it's just like a little arcade game. And the only thing about this is actually kind of cool. The only thing about this that I noticed is if you go too far off the screen, it takes a little bit to get back. So what I would say is that it probably lets you go a little bit too far off the screen, because, like I said, it will take you like probably a good 2, maybe 3 seconds to get back on the screen if you go too far, right? If you go too far to the side, it will take you a little bit to go back. And I'm not a console player. I'm not a controller player. I'm usually a mouse and keyboard laptop kind of player. So this is new for me. The OneXPlayer is new for me. I'm getting used to it, so I'm getting used to the sensitivity of the joysticks and everything. But I thought that was really cool. I thought that was a nifty little thing to find by exploring around, and say there's this little mini game that you can play. No real complaints. I haven't run into any bugs. Again, when I turn the sound up when I'm playing, the background sounds they're good, they're effective, they're appropriate. The music is cool. Pretty much the game runs smoothly. There's no problems. I haven't had any bugs, no crashes. So anyway, it's been a good experience. I probably will finish the demo to see how far I can get before it ends. I did finish the first area. Finished, it's got the typical, typical type of RPG Maker stuff. Your inventory of items, weapons, armor, key items. The things are named differently, like painkiller replaces HP, and then there's skills, right, where you can learn different skills as you progress, and you can equip different things that you find, and it's got the statuses, so it's got attack, defense, magic attack, magic defense, agility, luck. Those are pretty much standard RPG Maker stuff. But it's got a journal, so I've done 3 of the quests, either main or side quests. I've finished the first area, and I have unlocked the next area. So it's to me, I think it's pretty cool. Again, the demo is available on Steam. It's Grove, Nostalgia's End. Go check it out if it's a type of game that you might be interested in. Give it a try. And then see when it's finally released. You can wish list it and for when it's released. But again, I've been enjoying the demo. Works perfectly fine on the OneXPlayer handheld. So I'm just kind of checking games out. I'm checking my Steam library. I'm checking my GOG library. See what works, see what doesn't, and see how well things go. And just waiting for my Steam Deck. So when my Steam Deck comes, then I can do comparisons of how the different games work on the 2 different devices. So anyway, I hope this helped, and like I said, I'm going to post this for the developer, so they can see how it works on the handheld. I'm glad you found my channel. If you like these videos, feel free to like and subscribe and get notifications and leave comments. And I'm happy to try to check out games. If I've got it in my library, I'm happy to try to check it out. I have some other ones I need to make videos on. I just got to find a quiet time to do it and get them posted. So thanks a lot, folks. I hope you have a great night, and I will see everybody later.